Hey everybody, Dr. Barron here with virtualheadachespecialist.com. I just dropped a new blog on positional headache, specifically CSF leaks or cerebrospinal fluid leaks. I'll leave the link in the comments. You can read more detail about it. But when you have a headache that is a positional headache, meaning you lay down, the headache gets much better or goes away. You stand up, the headache gets much worse. A CSF leak is one of the first things that you think about and you want to exclude. There's certainly other causes as well, and the blog will go through some of those other causes, but for the focus of today, we're talking about CSF leaks. So the way that this works is the brain and the spinal cord are a continuous structure, and they are cushioned and float in spinal fluid, CSF. And so what keeps this whole system in place, think of a tube, and then at the top of the tube there's a big ball, and it's a continuous layer, and it's all surrounded by a thick membrane called the dura mater. Keeps all the spinal fluid in place, keeps the structures afloat. Here's a diagram that I wrote to illustrate that. So if you have a CSF leak, you have a spring in this system, pressure drops, the brain, everything kind of sags down, and that sagging down puts tension on the nerves and the nerve endings, and it causes the headache. When you stand up, gravity pulls everything down, you get the headache. Here's another illustration here to demonstrate what I'm talking about there. So when you have this, the most common thing is a positional headache that resolves when you lay down and comes on when you stand up. But there's certainly a number of other symptoms that you can see with CSF leaks, and there doesn't always have to be a headache actually. But the most common other symptoms besides headaches are nausea, vomiting, sometimes ear-related symptoms, hearing disturbances, dizziness, vertigo, tinnitus, sometimes even cognitive dysfunction. So there's a number of things that can go with a CSF leak that you also look for. So check out the blog. It will give a lot more detail. It will go through other diagnoses of things you want to rule out. It'll go through the typical testing that you want to have done. It'll go through different treatments. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the feed and I will work on getting to them. Otherwise, have a great day. See ya.